ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a special video. Look, when you see Lyn Jaz, you know we're reviewing something. And this week, we are reviewing Blue Lock Season 1 as it has ended. And we have an announcement of Blue Lock Season 2 and a movie, which, hold on, I will pull up the stuff about the movie in Season 2 really quickly. But while I do that, Jazz, how you doing, brother?
Man, I'm doing good. I'm doing good today. It was a calm day. It was actually a pretty nice day outside.
It was
really fast, but
it was windy. Like super windy. So, but it did feel good outside. How did you feel about, like we did last time? Let's get your initial thoughts. How did you feel about Blue Lock Season 1 initially?
So, okay, at first I wanted to stay away from Blue Lock because of all the things I heard, and it's become like a meme how like every panel of Blue Lock does not have a soccer ball in it, and it's just like the most homoerotic panel you've ever seen in your life. So I was like, man, I'm not watching this edgy sports anime, like whatever. But then I was like, when it first came out, I was like, let me just peep the first episode, see what the first episode is about.
Yep.
And it starts off pretty much like any other sports anime. You know what I'm saying? You got your main protagonist who like he wants to be a great athlete.
Yep.
But then they have this program where it's kind of like I don't want to say a soccer battle royale, but like kind of like a soccer King of the Hill.
It's almost it's a soccer dojo, a soccer, like I'm trying to think of something American, like it's almost like AAU. But like if all the AAU teams, instead of going to tournaments, just all stayed together and produced the greatest basketball players. You know what I'm saying? Like, like you said, King of the Hill. And for me, I'm coming from the background of loving Haikyuu, of loving Kuroko no Basket, of loving these sports anime. And I considered Haikyuu the greatest sports anime / manga of all time over Slam Dunk because I like the way that you see the team dynamic, as well as the sports play is just as good. For something to get me to like volleyball like that, it has to be good. So going into Blue Lock, I'm like, okay, let's see what makes this interesting. And already the fact that they do soccer in a shonen form really works for me in the sense of battle, whereas Kuroko no Basket was unbelievable. This, I kind of believe it with the way that they're using it as ego powers. Like your ego drives what you do, and they use specific skill sets that strong soccer stars have. For example, Messi's dribbling, Bachara's dribbling. Like that's his power. You see that as like, okay, this is realistic. Unlike in Kuroko no Basket, where they had a nigga that could shoot from baseline and then make it, nigga. Like that shit's not real.
And I mean, this series has like some pretty insane soccer feats too.
True, but it's based in reality though. Like,
right.
I don't know a nigga that could just from the other side of the court and just drain it every fucking time.
Nah. Like, there's no look, I like Kuroko no Basket, but like Almine was just he was not a real person.
Not at all.
There's no way he could have been. But like when I started like diving deeper into like why this kind of manga anime was made, I found out that even in the beginning, like when they say that like, oh, like we're trying to produce the world's best striker, so we have a chance in the next World Cup because Japan had a devastating loss to Croatia. And I was like, okay, I keep up with soccer at least a little bit. So like I knew that. So I like those real world applications because it's like them kind of like talking about a problem in Japanese culture, because you don't only have like Blue Lock, you also have another soccer manga called
Aishi, which is more realistic, more of the Haikyuu style,
more so based in teamwork, and it's very odd we haven't like really gotten like a sports shonen type manga, considering
except that, like this, which is crazy,
considering it's been like, you know, mangas and anime has been around for like a long time.
I think the thing was figuring out how to make the power system. And I think that's what works for this. The fact is, we know to be a sports star, you have to have an ego. And the fact that it's the egoist, it really works for me. Like, and like you said, how they base this in real life when I know we're not going to talk about this today, but me and you are both caught up on the manga, and we'll do a manga video separately. But as y'all know, you've seen players even in season 1 based off of real life players. Like, I don't know who Noel is based on. That's the only one I don't know. But will see a Neymar base. We see a Kylian Mbappe base. We see bases for things like that. Like, Bachira is a little bit of Messi, a little bit of Ronaldinho. Like, we see those types of things. And I think it's so cool that they are basing their soccer stuff on real life stuff. Like, Bastard Munich is such a dope name for Bayern Munich. Like PXG, PSG, like those are just cool things.
To be honest, they have to do that for copyright reasons, but it's like I kind of like how they
I like the names better. Yeah, me too.
Yeah. Like, because I don't know, I kind of like Manshine City. I don't know why. I kind of like it better than Manchester. Like, I don't know why. I just like it better.
No, I feel you. So like, it's just a really good take on the genre. Oh, and Noel is based on is a mix of Antoine Griezmann and Luka Modric. So that's what the community thinks. They think he's based on Antoine Griezmann and Luka Modric. I don't know about that. Like, I don't know. To me,
my soccer knowledge does not run that deep. I have a very general.
Okay, so they also say they also say there it's a combination of people. So it's a combination of Frank Ribery, French guy, grew up poor, almost won the Ballon d'Or, played at Bayern Munich, was nicknamed Kaiser Frank. So that you see that in Noel. Robert Lewandowski played at Bayern, almost won the Ballon d'Or, looked similar, tall guy, play styles the same. Then you have Thomas Muller, same thing. I like Zinedine Zidane, grew up in the slums of France, won the World Cup in the Ballon d'Or, and was extremely good at using both feet. I think he's a mixture of Zinedine Zidane, Frank Ribery, and Thomas Muller, if I had to guess.
They really did basically create the ultimate striker. That is kind of crazy.
So, but season 1, we have the introduction of Blue Lock. We have the introduction of the characters. Let's start with the characters. Talk to me about who are some of your favorite characters and why you like how Blue Lock does it, and then I'll go.
Well, so you know what I'm saying. My favorite character, Bachira, man. Like ever since he got screen time, I think he's always been like the most interesting to me. Not only because he's like he's kind of wacky, but it's kind of just like the way he views it. At more than anybody out of like the main cast of characters, Bachira really views it like
he's just having fun,
like as a game. And like you kind of get that sense when you get his backstory and you see like his mom's an artist too, and his mom kind of also talks to him about like the the monster aspect and kind of like
that's I didn't really why take to the me he's based that to me, not to cut you off, but that's why he reminds me so much of Messi and Ronaldinho. Like the fact that he's an artist with it, the way that he does his dribbling is very much like them.
Yeah, like he'll be like nutmegging through like 3 people. He does not care.
That's why they put him on the left wing and not the striker, because he's better at controlling like pace of play and getting passes out.
If I had to pick a second favorite character that's not the MC, because I do like the MC.
I like Isagi a lot. Yeah, like I do.
It's very rare I watch shows and I like, because you're supposed to like the MC, but normally like the MC's like not in my top 5 or like even top 3 at some points. But like the way Isagi consistently like breaks himself down and builds himself up, he's really
he's like the perfect MC, honestly.
He's like a soccer version of a Saiyan. Like he keeps learning and learning and learning and learning and learning.
Yeah,
it's
facts.
Like the stronger opponents he goes up against, like he's just gonna get ridiculous.
Only thing he's missing is a backstory, really, like a crazy backstory.
He don't need it. He could just be some regular dude.
Yeah, and I mean that's what he is, really.
Yeah, like he just a regular guy.
And there's nothing wrong with that, like at all. For me, I think, and I know you don't like him, and I know people who watch season 1 are gonna be like, "This is your favorite guy." Just keep waiting. But I really like Kunigami. I do.
Oh, Ichigo?
Yeah.
I said, hey man, Ichigo gave up on the Soul Society and he went to come play soccer in another anime. He did what his dream. He did his dream. But
I just like the fact of him when I play FIFA, the video game, and outside of it, my favorite soccer player ever was Zlatan Ibrahimovic, who was long. Like, I like a player who can score the goal from like damn near crossing half court, big boot, power shot in there. And that's Kunigami, using his physicality to score power strikes and power shots. And, you know, as of now, it's not looking good for him in the end of season 1. And, you know, hopefully something happens for him.
Yeah, you know.
We shall see.
Hey, look, Ichigo about to go on the you know what I'm saying?
On his own mission. Yeah, exactly. But I also like, in terms of Team Z, Gagamaru, and he gets more character shine as it goes on. But he's hilarious.
That's who I was forgetting. And Gagamaru's goaded, like, from
he's
the
badass.
Like,
yeah.
Even if you look at
headbutt in the early games when he just does that diving headbutt save and then the lunge foot thing, I'm just like, this dude hustles. Like, he just does.
And then, like, I was looking at his wiki, because like all the characters like have wikis of like things that like they like. Isagi likes thighs or something I was seeing, and I was like, is that real?
Wait, what you mean thighs? Like ass?
I was like, no, like they say like he likes thighs, and I was like
women's thighs?
I guess. I was like, bro, this cannot be real. So then I looked at Gagamaru's one, and it was like Gagamaru has fought a bear, and I was like, yeah, I like this guy.
So, wait, I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, his favorite animal is a bear. The cuts on his left ear was from a bear attack. Holy shit.
So, hey, man, look, Gagamaru been that guy.
He eats with his hands. He don't use utensils. And his favorite soccer player is Gareth Bale.
But it's like Gagamaru. I see why some people don't like Gagamaru at this point, but Gagamaru gets
right now I understand if you don't like him, but if you read the manga, you're gonna fall in love with him.
He top 3. He top 3 clutch players. That's all I'm gonna say.
Look, that's all I'm gonna say. I just like how we're starting to see it now in season 1 of, look, not everybody's a striker. I know they're trying to build the best striker, but at the same time, I feel like Ego's plan is also to build the best soccer team through the best strikers. Because like Gagamaru's goalkeeping ability, like that dude's become a great goalie.
Oh yeah,
and he'll never be a striker. Like, dude's a goalie.
I think the mindset of like having everybody go for one goal and then kind of like, you know, seeing their strengths and separating them from there, because there's a lot of players who are strikers that have really good like defensive like capabilities. Like even sometimes when Isagi makes plays, I'm like, okay, if you weren't gunning to be like the world's greatest striker,
he's a midfielder. Already like he's a central mid if I ever did see one, or a central attacking mid. Like, Isagi is not a striker by any means, but like you said, it's good to see that. And I'm looking at Bachiru's wiki page because now you got me doing it. Do you know he has a fetish for eyes?
He's such a weirdo, but like I like him because he's so weird.
and these are mostly the people from Team Z. Dude, I don't. There's some people I don't like Quan, that snake bastard. Fuck that guy, bro. I hate Quan. Like, hey, look, the way that he tried to just join with those ugly looking twins who was fucking with Chigiri was just like, fuck you, bro.
See, my only thing was, it was like, okay, like, so say your whole plan worked. What are you gonna do like after, when you get to the second stage? Like, you just gonna get kicked out because you ain't good.
Facts. You feel me? Facts. I did not like him. I also don't like Raichi. And I know Raichi continues onward. Fuck that guy, bro.
Hey, look, he's a good defensive player. Every time I go and I slander Raichi, all his fans be coming at me like, oh no, he's the GOAT. Look, me. Look, you can't be
slander him. Give it to
him. Look, all I'm saying is you can't be on the bench 0 points talking about the man who's starting and got 30 points. That's all I'm saying.
Yep. No, I agree.
All I'm saying.
I agree.
I don't know, but he be a little too aggressive. But maybe that's just because like he gives me Bakugo vibes, and I'm like, bro, I can only deal with one loud child per anime. Like
1,000%.
you know what
Like
I'm
it,
saying?
and he is the definition of just God, bro. You are a Bakugo child if I ever did see one. And like the thing is, at least Bakugo backs up his mouth. Raichi does not back up shit. Like Raichi fucking sucks. Like
It's
you said,
like maybe
he be on the
maybe
bench talking
maybe.
shit.
Hey, look, all I'm saying, look, you can't be
Mm.
on the bench talking shit, man.
Like, and that's
You
what he be
cannot.
doing. He be on the bench talking shit, bro. Like just all of the shit. And it's like, my goodness, brother. Like, you are just out here doing the most. Now let's talk about some of the people outside of Team Z, because we talked a lot about Team Z. Outside of Team Z, I love the King. Barrow, like, talk
Oh
about
yeah, borrow.
talk about Kunigami, but times 10. Like, he has everything Kunigami has, plus like much more. He reminds me of Cristiano Ronaldo. Like, dude
Yeah, I
reminds
think
me
that's who
of
he's
Cristiano.
yeah, I think that's who he's loosely based off of. The fact that like he has an ego to where
And his name
it
is the
it like
King.
and it like devours those
People,
are
yeah.
like where I feel like he is probably like more so what ego's looking for, but
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it's like he costs like he's such a wild card that like throwing him on the field is kind of just like who knows what the outcome of the match is going to be because
Yep.
he's such a
And
goal hungry
and it
dude.
makes sense because his favorite movie is The Dark Knight. He likes that Joker wild card type shit, and like I see
Of
that.
course.
Like
Of course.
I rock with it. Another character that I like that's from this outside era, which I like these people a lot more than the people we'll meet from the second selection. But I like the relationship of Rio and Nagi. And speaking of Nagi, we're gonna get a movie based on Nagi's run pre-second selection, which is the episode Nagi manga, which I think he deserves one because he's good enough to get one.
Yeah, if anything, Nagi is like I
Anti
do yeah, I don't want to call
Usagi.
I don't want to call him Gojo, but you know, like that thing, like when you see like white-haired characters in anime
Yeah.
and you just like know that they're cold. He's basically that archetype.
Him and Reo remind me of Bachira and Isagi, but like the opposite versions of them. Like
Mhm.
they are like Isagi is this like guy who gets really passionate about things. Nagi is someone who's like, go with the flow. Isagi had to work for it, Nagi didn't. Bachira, this great dribbler that like likes to set things up, whereas Reo is like, my whole thing is, whereas Botcher's like, I want to be free flowing. Rayo's like structure and like, I'm gonna make sure Nagi's incredible. Like, I like their character archetypes of being these best friends, and how Rayo is like, nah, Nagi, you coming in the blue lock, dog. Like, fuck that.
Oh yeah. Also, the fact that like sometimes I'd be like, like they be having relationship problems on some shit.
Yeah, they do.
It be like because like when Nagi
Nagi is
left with
definitely the
Usagi,
man of the relationship.
yeah,
Like,
like Rayo was mad.
yeah, Rayo be getting hot, bro. Rayo be getting salty, bro. Like, Rayo's like, no, Nagi.
They be going crazy.
So I think those are all the important, because we can't talk about any of the second selection people like the Rens, but fuck them. We'll talk about them another time. Toshi Ren and Sei Ren, fuck them niggas.
They're not they're not great people, but I will say the funniest thing to come out of this season was the World 5
Oh,
versus what we had. And it was just so funny to see like Ren be like, "Hey, your little Japanese excursion is gonna turn traumatizing." And I was like, no, it was not when I watched it last week, it was bad because the dude who has like the really like buff the like kind of like
Adam
buff
Blake.
physique. Yeah, Adam Blake, but Adam Blake was like in a one-on-one with Aoshi. I
Oh
think
yeah,
that's how you say
yeah,
it.
yeah,
So
yeah.
Tokumitsu. the like kind of shy dude who like, when he needs to turn up, he turns up. I was like, bro, they did my man's disrespectful. Adam Blake just said move.
Yeah,
and
he
he
did.
just got him out of it.
And that's where we meet the Kylian Mbappe dude, Julian Loki, who's a badass. That dude's a baller.
I just love all the real world like references, and definitely
Mm-hmm.
when we do the manga thing, we'll touch on something that I feel like a lot of sports like anime should do, because, well, basically, long story short, like when it comes to ego and being an athlete, a thing that I don't see a lot of anime focus on, because it's more so like teamwork, friendship, this is a team as a whole.
Yep.
They don't talk about the value of a player, because it's not only that you play the sport, but that you represent the team, you have a brand, you have deals. You know what I'm saying?
That is a major thing going forward after season 1.
Yeah, and I'm excited.
100%.
I'm excited to get into that, because that's also what the Blue Lock program is hinging off of. Which I think Ego, depending on whatever led him to this point, even if like at the point in the manga where it's at, like where it like crashes, which I don't hope, obviously, because they still have to win a World Cup, but it's like this also generates a lot of money.
Yeah.
Like if it goes well,
because people want to watch this. Like people want to see what these kids become. Back to the season. One of the things I didn't like, Dada Silva's voice. I did not like his fake English, nigga. Oh, I hated all of it. I was like, why they got the brother sounding like Mushmouth from Fat Albert, nigga?
sometimes I'm confused on that when anime switches from like, because then you have like people from other places that speak English.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm not saying this to be ignorant, but I'm also just kind of like, it might be just like an in-house thing that I know nothing about, but it's like, that's when you should implore
the Americans,
dub actors. You feel me?
Because dub actors would never attempt that the other way.
Yeah, because could you imagine how bad it would be if like an English dude had to like a dude from America had
Konnichiwa. It'd be so fucking bad. Like it would literally Konnichiwa. Like they'd do some fucking American like Southern like it'd be horrible. It would be horrible. But
those animation studios would never talk to America again. We'd be blacklisted.
Facts. But like you said, I do love Team World 5. It was dope meeting them in season 1. I think Pablo Cavasos with his rainbow hair, very interesting character that we learn more about a little bit later on. Like, I like him. I think my favorite of the World 5 is Adam Blake, Pablo, in Julian Loki. Leonardo Luna and Dada Silva or whatever.
Yeah, that is cool. That is just like he's a tank. I call him a tank. Like
100%. 100%. Any moments that really stuck out from you season 1 that you like, in some other things that some other things you want to mention to give props to for season 1?
I gotta give props. I really have to give props to episode 1. It's very
sucks you in very well.
Especially in a like, a world where we have a lot of like popcorn content, I'd say, to where it's like it's instant gratification and then it dies down. I like the fact that like this grabs your eye, because you have the setup of what Blue Lock is. Like then you have I forgot what the dude's name is at the first episode, but he beat Isagi's team.
Oh yeah,
he went with him, right? So you see the juxtapose. You see like somebody who's like, no, soccer should be this and it should be about teamwork. And then he meets everybody else that's in Blue Lock, and then that ideology is immediately like destroyed.
Oh, Ryusuke Kira, who Isagi just walks over and like, and the dude's face at the end when Ego's like, yeah, you're out of here, bro, and he was like, my dream, like you see,
like, what?
And at that moment, Isagi feels that power of, damn, I just crushed his dream, and the birth of the egoist is born, and we just see that evolution of, holy shit, if I play well, I control their dreams in my hand.
It really kind of reminded me of when I was watching The Last Dance a couple of years ago, and like Michael Jordan would like create these like
narratives,
scenarios like to get him pumped up for a game, so that like that way he could
Crush people,
play
yeah.
better. And that's like, okay, you like it's not, maybe it's not as intense as Michael Jordan, but like, you know,
it's there,
still,
like, and you see it with Noel No later on, like that idea of what you're talking about, like that ego, it's there, bro, like
yeah.
100%. Like, also wanted to say, oh damn, I just fucking had it, but gotta shout out meeting one of the coolest characters at the end of the season for next year, Ryosei Shido. That nigga's a baller.
We could have a whole video about him. That man is insane. The things,
like,
the
you thought
things,
Borrow's crazy. Like, he's borrowed times 20.
bro. He came out the gate. He wanted to. Hey man, what's up with these kids, man? Bachir was about to take off bro head in the first episode. Shindo was about to take off Isagi head in the last episode.
Yeah.
Like, where are they finding these super soldiers at? Like,
that's why they're going to be World Cup athletes. They say that these World Cup athletes, if they weren't soccer stars, be serial killers.
oh yeah, I 100% believe that. Look, man. If somebody steps on the field with pink lemonade hair, bro, I'm forfeiting the match. I'm like, look, man, I don't want to play against you. Man.
Michael Jordan, just imagine if Michael Jordan wasn't scoring buckets, he taking niggas out. I would not want to see LeBron James on the side of the street if the basketball career didn't work.
Oh no, nope, not at all. Nope.
Fuck no, bro. Like, let me just tell us, just how you know these niggas demons, bro. Shaq, my pops went to school with Shaq. My pops said Shaq would go to the club with a condom on his dick already. So when he got there, he would just pull it out and just start fucking bitches. What the fuck?
That's such a crazy precaution to have.
Like, that just shows you what type of time these niggas on, bro. Like, they are wild.
You know what's crazy? That definitely sounds like some shit Shindo would do, actually.
Yeah, that's why.
Like that really does sound like some shit he would do.
What would you rank season 1 out of 10?
I'd say it's a solid 8. I know people who are turned off by like sports manga and stuff like that, and sports anime, but like most of those people I saw that were turned off on it
start to like this, yeah.
But I think it's because like we said in the beginning, it's more shonen-esque rather than
typical Haikyuu, yeah.
Yeah,
and that's no disrespect to Haikyuu, you know.
Yeah. Like, you know, we love Haikyuu over here.
Exactly. That is my number one for now. I see Blue Lock overtaking it though, and with that, I'm giving it an 8.5. A good opening season, but there's more to come. And the reason why I'm giving it the 0.5 is it was so good that it made me want to read the manga and continue on. It wasn't the best season in terms of stuff that happened, no. But it was so good that it made me want to continue reading, and I'm invested in it 100%. 8.5.
Oh yeah. So, and definitely the manga. Well, we could talk about it more in the manga video, but the dudes that like draw it.
Oh, beautiful! Like, beautiful.
It's really it's
some of the best art ever. Like, yeah, like honestly, I would love them to do an action series and keep that art because I bet it would be insane.
Oh, I'd love it. They need, like if it was like if they do some type of like fantasy or something, they nail it.
Yeah, no, 1000%. Who would you say had the best portrayal or the winner of this season?
I would honestly say that like Chigiri and Isagi. Nice. Because I don't want to say Bachir, because Bachir is kind of like
his moment's coming.
Yeah, like his moments are coming, and like he did evolve in like kind of like the later halves of the season. But I think I would say that more for Chigiri, because at first he didn't really want to be here because of his like, you know, his it was his knee.
It was ACL. Yeah, no, it was
ACL. It was ACL.
Yeah, it was his ACL inside the knee. ACL and MCL, I think, both of them.
Yeah, so
Which is also awesome that they brought in a real world terrible thing that happens to knees that like we hear about that in those injuries all the time.
Yeah, and it makes his progression from him not wanting to do it to him being like one of the
best
powerhouses.
Yeah.
You know, like I like that growth. And then
also give stakes every time he steps. It's like, ooh, will that knee tear?
every time they brought that up, every time I see him play, I get worried.
Same.
Every time I see him play, I get worried. So like he's also one of my favorite characters. I don't talk about him.
I'm glad you mentioned that because we didn't mention him, but Chigiri definitely is a winner of the season. For like you said, he was the one who might experience the most development.
Oh yeah.
Like in terms of character wise, yeah, no, for sure.
Because he came there looking for a reason
to quit. Yep.
But then he found a reason to keep playing. Yeah. And I think that's something that like not only in soccer, but like in any facet of life, you just need that like one thing. Even if you have one thing that's holding you back, it's kind of just like you need that one thing to be like, nah, like let's full stop. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let's go.
100%. Yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm gonna choose Chigiri as well because obviously we could choose Isagi, but I think Isagi has better moments coming up. Like I think when we talk about season 2, Isagi may win season 2. Like I think season 2 is gonna be a big Isagi moment because I think at the end of season 1, I think he's now at the goalpost. You know what I'm saying? Like he is. If you have Bachira, Baro, Chigiri at this like level, I think he's like right under them, but no longer with the Raichus and the trash niggas.
That boy called him Raichu. That boy called him a Pokemon. I'm
weak. That's better than fake Bakugo.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
But so I do like Chigiri as a winner. I can't pick Baru because I think he'll have better moments as well coming up. Like he just is in terms of like 6 men of the series, like people, side characters who came in and left a big mark. He would be my pick for that.
Oh yeah.
Like in terms of side characters who left the biggest mark, not part of the main cast. Like if you say the main cast to me, it's Chigiri, Isagi, Bachira. And I guess you could choose one more Kunigami and then like maybe one more of the Z niggas. Like I don't know who else you would pick from Z, but it's those.
For this season,
sure. And I guess you would say like the best side characters would come down between Baru, Nagi and Rin. And Reo, yeah. Reo. So who would you pick? I'm picking Baru.
Oh, it's for side character?
Yeah, best side character. Or your favorite.
I think I got Nagi. I like the way he plays a lot. And I like the way that they depict his aura, how it's kind of like
it's different from everybody else's.
Like it's more so of like a like like you watch Fire Force, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like like at the end of season 2 where it's like the imprint of like death.
Yeah,
that, like Shinra and Arthur are going through. It's kind of like that to where Nagi, like when he traps the ball, it's like he completely stops motion. So it's basically like a death trap. So I'm like, okay, that's cool.
And to your point, how you said Gojo, or when Gojo gets, I think when he got Jogo into that infinite like just
the domain.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of that too. So I like that. I like you choosing Nagi. Well, you're gonna be happy for the Nagi movie then.
I know because I haven't. Even though I'm caught up on the manga, I actually have not read
his stuff. Me neither. Yeah, I didn't read it either.
But when I heard they were turning it into a movie, I was like, well, I'm not gonna read it because
I'm gonna just wait. I want to see it. Facts. I'm with you 100%. So we gave our rating, gave our character of the winner of the season. We gave our 6 man of the season. Let's give the loser of the season. Who you think got it? Just fucked around and fucked off and just horrible season. Loser.
Oh my God.
Who took the biggest L?
Oh my God. Hold up. I'm gonna find his name right now. What was bro's name? I think it was Lemon Okuhito.
Lemon.
So the dude that was playing goalkeeper for Team Z.
Oh shit!
Kind of like the high top.
who Gagamaru took his job?
Yeah. So it's not like I'm bashing on him like he's a loser, but it's like he never got to play.
Yeah, he
Like
did.
even the monk got to play.
This guy, yeah.
Yeah.
He
Like
just fell off, yeah.
he just never got to play. And I
No,
mean,
I agree.
and you know what? If I'm being generous, I'd say he got snuffed.
Yeah.
Quan is the biggest.
Well, I was about to say,
because
Quan is my.
how do you not? Because it's like, what is your plan for after this? Because
After,
you got because they have to like make 100 goals to get to the second selection. How is he making 100 goals if he's just snitching and telling other, like, you're not developing?
And the Twins, like the Twins are just using you. Like the Twins will leave you as soon as they get an opportunity to, Quan. Like they did Chigiri. Like they're not fucking with you. Also, fuck them Twins. Like I don't fuck with them Twins either. Them ugly looking eyebrow twin niggas. Fuck them niggas, bro. They losers too.
They had the weirdest design. They had why'd they have crocodiles as eyebrows? Like who? Like that's a very interesting thing. Like why'd they have? And then like one brother didn't talk.
Yeah,
and
he just grunted like he's. And the other one was like, yeah, he fucking mad at you.
It's just like
what weird niggas.
Like y'all are wacky, man. Y'all are very wacky, man.
Okay, those are our losers, and that's pretty much everything. Be on the lookout if you like us talking about Blue Lock. We mentioned the manga a bunch. As soon as I catch up, we will do that. So expect that video sometime next week because we love it. We're gonna be talking about it. Probably not weekly, but let a couple chapters build up every 5 or so. We'll throw that on the list as well. But Jazz, tell the people where they can follow you at on social media.
You can follow me on Instagram, Jazzy Boy. You can follow me on Twitter, Real Jazzy Boy. You can follow me on TikTok, CornellD.God.
Y'all go follow my man Jazz. You can follow me everywhere at LynBWT, TikTok, Twitter. Also, shout out to the people who are joining us from TikTok. I appreciate y'all. We're just growing. Shout out to y'all 100%. And if y'all want, join the Discord. Link in the description. Anybody listening to this, join the Discord. We want you a part of the community. You can come chat with me, Jazz, and a host of other people who listen to the shows, who are part of the Discord. It's a great family. Come through and join that. But until next time, y'all have a good one and peace.